Okay. Right. Well, I've just found something terrifying. Um, an electric world. Okay. Think about that for a second. Now, what governments around the world are proposing is that the entire planet goes to EVs. Okay. But how would that work? Like, honestly, I mean, the production cost alone of producing a fully electric train, a full fleet of electric trucks, and all vans, all cars. Every country's freight infrastructure is fueled by diesel. And yes, diesel is very polluting. But has anybody actually stopped to think how much damage electrifying an entire planet would actually do to said planet just from the lithium mining process alone? And don't even get me started on the disposing of lithium. You think the mining of it's bad. You should learn how bad it is to fucking, like, how bad it is for everything around it. The waste from lithium is not too far off of nuclear waste. The damage it does. Like, you have a look at this lithium mine here, for example. This is a perfect example. I was just thinking about it, and like in New Zealand, for example, in New Zealand, the government is deliberately pushing fuel prices just completely through the roof. My car has a 75 litre tank, and it cost me $200 to fill it. Now, what our government doesn't realise is they keep doing what they're doing and pushing fuel and diesel now prices as high as they are. Now, this is what I'm getting at. If they keep doing this, okay, eventually freight companies, they're literally going to give the government the middle finger, tell them to get fucked, and that's it. No freight will be shifted, and that'll be the end of all infrastructure. That'd be it. Nothing would get done. All because the government wants to make more money. Look, if you guys don't stop doing what you're doing, you'll destroy everything. Like, something as small as pushing fuel prices. It is small. It's not a big thing. Something as small as pushing fuel prices can branch out into catastrophic consequences. I mean, think about it, all right? All trains that carry freight, they're all diesel powered. And they keep doing what they're doing. I could almost guarantee it in the next year or two, if things keep going even higher and wages stay as low as they are, no one is going to get anything. And what I mean by that is no freight will be moved. Because all those companies, all those businesses that deal with the freight, like Toll, Transrail, like all of the truck freighters, like the company I work for, Summerland, Main Freight, New Zealand Post, all of those companies run on diesel, right? And diesel is now only, like 30 cents cheaper than petrol, when it used to be at least $1. At the minimum, $1 cheaper, right? And you keep doing what you're doing, we're all going to be screwed. Pull your fucking head out of your ass and start realizing what you're doing to everybody. As I said, my tank's only a 75 litre tank. $200 got me 69 litres. $200. All because you believe that going electric will save the planet. The image you're looking at on my screen is an image of, as you can see, a lithium field in South America. Tell me, within any area of what you can see in this photo, is there any living being, whether it be trees, animals, anything? Every single part of what you can see outside of the field, outside of the lithium field, is dead. All of it. It's all dead. And yet, on an oil rig, for example, even around oil rigs, sea creatures, ocean dwelling animals can live. They don't die off. I mean, obviously, if there's a spill, yes, but it is fully contained otherwise. And it has been for decades. And now our government has done the smart thing and closed one of our oil rigs. Good job, guys. Fucking well done. You're all fucking morons. Like, I don't understand how you guys think that it's a good idea for everybody to go electric. It is not. The development of the batteries that go into the cars is far more polluting than a diesel engine will ever be. You ever heard of AdBlue? AdBlue is an additive that is used in diesel vehicles, whether it be trucks, buses, whatever. It's an additive that reduces the emissions. That, it actually mixes with the exhaust emissions and drops how much of the pollutant is coming out. Yeah, it kills quite a fair bit of the pollutants. If you guys are so conscious about the environment and how fossil fuels are having such a bad impact on the planet, how about you stop cutting down so many of the fucking trees? It's an idea. The trees, like trees in general, are the best filter for any carbon emission. Just as a thought, I'm just as a thought. I mean, it shouldn't be. Shut up. It shouldn't be that hard of a decision, really, because, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, why? If you really want to make a difference, stop trying to push for something that isn't going to work. I mean, you're pushing for something that isn't viable, and it's not. It's just not viable in any way. I mean, our government, for example, wants to try and push for a the country to be entirely electronic vehicle by 2035. Tell me something. How do you possibly think that we have the ability to sustain that much electricity being used to charge these things? Doesn't matter how efficient they make the charging. Doesn't matter. We don't have the ability to sustain that. Period. We may not have a high population, but our population alone would be enough to drain every hydro dam that we have. Like, no power would go anywhere else except to all the fucking EVs that you people so nope, that's not going to work either. That you so highly covet. Like, because what was it called? What was it? How? I just. Before they started doing this with the fuel and driving everything up as high as they did they ever actually stop to think how much of an impact it's going to have when people, especially freight companies in particular, finally say, get fucked, and just stop. Just completely stop. Because of how fundamentally ridiculous this is. Like, trying to make the planet electronic, like all vehicles electronic, it's just fucking, it's not possible. It's not possible. Not even a little bit. It's not. You can't do it. The lithium mining that would be required to sustain that much alone would be devastating. I mean, this is just one mine. Look at the damage it's done around the outside of it. Everything is dead. There is no life. None. No plant life, no animal life, nothing. And you people think it's a good idea for everybody to go electronic? Look, this is what I'm getting on. Like, can be harmful? Can be harmful. Can be harmful. Okay. Well, that looks fairly interesting for can be harmful. I don't know. To put it simply, the New Zealand government at the moment is deliberately driving up fuel and diesel, like petrol and diesel prices, completely through the fucking roof. And the short and skinny of it is yeah, keep doing it and see what happens. It won't drive people away from cars. It will drive freight companies to stopping, like just completely stopping and ruining everything. Nothing will get shipped through the country at all. I mean, I can understand inflation, but deliberately forcing the fuel prices to try and push people towards EVs. You know the price of a decent electronic vehicle right now? You know what it is? Anywhere between $55,000 to $72,000. Now, tell me, how many people have the ability to do that in the country? Just go out and, flog off 60 grand for a brand new electronic vehicle. Yeah. Not so much.